Hi, I just want to talk to you briefly about pattern markings. You can see that on every pattern piece you'll have things like triangles. A lot of people snip into them. Please don't ever do that. Cut the triangle out. The reason for doing it this way is that if you have a fabric which frays, you're creating a weak point, and another reason is if you need to let your garment out of it, it's just a tiny bit too tight, you've lost a good ½ inch of seam allowance there. So there are balance marks as well which need to be marked with Tailors Tacks, which I'll show you how to do in a minute. On the main pattern pieces you might find darts like these. These have to be marked with Tailors Tacks first of all. It's my preferred way of marking. To make Tailors Tacks you need some tacking thread. Tacking thread is by, well, the best one is from Gutterman, and it's not a thread that you can sew permanently with because it's really thick and rough, and it's made up of very short fibres of waste cotton, so that it grips the fabric and it will actually stay in until you pull it out. If you compare it to a normal sewing thread, a normal sewing thread is very thin and very smooth, and that would easily come out of your fabric. The tacking thread is rougher. So do treat yourself to some. It comes in 3 colours. You can get it from Jaycox. So to do a Tailors Tack, on your dart they'll have sizes marked. So I've decided to cut out size 12. So I've already done some. So at the point of the end of the dart where it says size 12, I'm going to go with my needle in and leave a tail, and I'm going to go into the same point again and leave a loop, and then I'm going to get my scissors and cut it. So I've got a tail. What you do with it then is carefully, after unpinning it, peel back the pattern paper and you'll see that you've got a row of Tailors Tacks. Just take the rest of the pins out. It won't be a sec. It sounds time consuming doing all this preparation, but as in anything, it's the preparation that does take the time, but it makes a heck of a difference to your finished garment. And you can whiz through the sewing with it then. So you've got your Tailors Tacks in place. So very, very carefully peel your 2 bits of fabric apart until you come to, can you see a marking? Then snip very carefully between the 2, and do that for all your tacks. Okay. If you're confident, you can just work from these tacks. But if you're a beginner, what I would suggest you do is take a ruler and some Tailors chalk. Tailors chalk comes like that, which you'll all recognise, but you can also get it in pens. So starting from the bottom, mark a line up through all your tacks. Now this sort of dart, you're not drawing straight lines, so you'll have to keep repositioning your ruler. Let's quickly do it and I'll show you. So this makes it dead easy to sew your dart. So that's my dart. Can you see where it's marked? So then when it comes to sewing it, you pin it together and this is your sewing line. Dead easy. And it really does save time messing about wondering if you've got the dart in the right place. So do that for all your pattern pieces before you start. Make sure you transfer all of your pattern markings onto your fabric. So happy sewing!